Department of State Services (DSS) harassing Abuja market leaders over freeing Nnamdi Kanu protest. Sowore. Former presidential candidate Sowore has accused the Department of State Services (DSS) of plotting to harass market leaders in Abuja ahead of protests seeking the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu is being held in the custody of the DSS as he faces charges bordering on terrorism and treasonable felony. His IPOB is seeking the restoration of the defunct Biafra Republic that tried to break away from Nigeria in the 1960s. While the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered him to begin his defense against the charges leveled against him, his supporters are seeking his unconditional release. One of them is Sowore, who has called for a protest slated for October 20, urging Nigerians not to be swayed by DSS's attempt to scuttle the demonstration. He shared on X, "We have received reports that official DSS NG in a state of desperation is attempting to intimidate and harass market leaders in Abuja tomorrow. So, where we have been mobilizing since yesterday in preparation for the planned action on Monday, October 20, to free Nnamdi Kanu, now we assure Nigerian citizens who are working tirelessly that they should not be swayed by the DSS desperation, and they should rest assured that nothing can stop the planned action and that nothing will happen to anyone." Okay now. At Olu Brown says, "You're a big liar. Why would DSS harass market women because of Sowore's protest? The stupid fool is only trying to instigate people against Nigerian government and also wants people to sympathize with him." Sympathize with him by what? Sympathize with Sowore that what? People will just open your mouth and be talking what you don't know. Motion Casey says, "Unlawful country being controlled by unlawful illiterates." Sunday Okoli says, "What of other criminals in detention? Allow courts to decide in Nnamdi Kanu's case." Moleto says, "Cannabis, hard drugs and strong drinks legalized for them have changed their normal mentality. Their reasoning faculties." Moleto says, "DSS, police, SSS, SARS are zombie people. Tell them to buy their loved ones, parents, and even themselves. They will rush with immediate effect to commit that start act without reasoning or thinking twice, nor looking back. All the years go, and they say they always obey the last order. It is the last order they usually obey. Says, well, all the years go, and we listen to come back in the order of command, and because of many sum of money, they are actively myopic. Can normal human beings promote, defend, or support evil as detrimental to human existence and liberty? Cannabis, hard drugs." Okay. Francis Austin says, "If that is your judgment, let me ask you, is Kanu's crime bigger than that of the bandits terrorizing your neighborhood? For example, Bello Turji. Don't answer this question based on sentiment or tribal differences, because if you do, the land you step on will turn your face like that of Kanu." Okay now. Chase Limited says, "James Akin, who told you that Igbos are buying themselves? I can see you are a big disgrace to your family, period." Amechi says, "Do they know any other job apart from outdated Agberowe? They don't do. They don't. That's the only thing they know how to do." Don Dejavu says, "Zoological Republic, monkey in uniforms. May you wild animals die unsung." But John says, "Very dark man to no follow this guy. Very dark man no follow this guy. I don't know." Joe says, "Why them go harass them for seeking the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who is illegally detained, for seeking or requesting for freedom? Why them no go they arrest those Fulani herdsmen terrorists, killers who have been shedding innocent blood of the people? That's as in, why are they not doing that? Why are they not arresting the Fulani headmen? But rather they are negotiating with them. They are negotiating with them, doing peace talk." I think also says, "Please, Tinubu, please hear the message for the last time, because youth is not happy about you. Youth is not happy about you." Kazim says, what's the essence of keeping Kanu in prison when court says otherwise? Abi? Tizio, I think we should at least do what you preach. As Uzoma says, the world is watching, revolution loading. Humphrey says the next thing will be the destruction of Igbo markets. Akende Dayo says, free Nnamdi Kanu in the criminals are those keeping him in detention instead of them to go after bandits and Boko Haram's Mumu government. Chiba James says they cannot stop us. Come rain, come sunshine. The heaven cannot stop. At Femta Iwane says criminal government is negotiating with bandits, but in the Kanu's case, the South Spartan criminal governors, the South is part from good governor, Alex Oti. Okay. Femta says when you have criminals in power, all this will not happen. Of course now. Omega says, I have always been against the innocent arrest and incident detention of Omoyele Sowore by security operative in the past, but this time around, I support and urge the DSS to arrest him and detain him indefinitely. Why would they arrest him? Because his excesses is beyond control. Excesses, really. You don't know what excesses is. We want to know is now notoriously supporting terrorists and criminals against the citizens, the government and security operatives standard operator. It is well. Chibuto says the protest will not hold. The government will create a counter. I think that the people that are having the protest, they already planned that, yes, of course, they are going to do something. If they do plan A, we agree with it, we are going to move to plan B. Abina. Uche Nana says, Hukbolu Yabiodi Samson, what do you say your name is? Thunder will strike your father and your family and generation. What happen? Amechi Anekusa says, between Kanu and your brother, who can walk on the street of Nigeria with more supporters? Amechi says, the people remains the owner of the land forever. Amen, but the government can come and go. Nicholas Obi says, we need to travel down to Abuja for this protest. Enough is enough. It could be tomorrow. Abba Kyari was once celebrated today. So let Nigerians' law be treated as equal. If not, we seek division now. Kubolu Yabori said, let me tell you, the evil deed by Kanu is following him. Can you tell us how many people the terrorist has? But who is the terrorist? Let's hear about Jari. Let's hear about DSS flexing muscles against market women when we have their husbands. The band is terrorizing the country. Idiots. Since you are my listeners, don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.